just the job for Bolton. But look how easily here Watmore got through this defence. Past Kelly there. Man behind him gets a toe. The other defender was going the wrong way. And then he tucked it away very nicely into the corner. Davis. Shoulder. Cross towards Rafferty's head, and there's a useful-looking knockdown. Shinton's shot well saved by Peacock. And without being spectacular, I must say that Dennis Peacock has kept a very competent goal for Bolton.
Well, 4-0 to Bolton, but what about that first goal from the free kick? It was the number of steps the keeper took. Kevin Carr, the Newcastle captain, goalkeeper here, look at the steps he's taking, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're allowed to gather their balance, of course, but they are allowed only a total of 4 steps before they release the ball upfield, and I gather at this time the referee was already warning them. The referee, Gwyn Owen from Wales. And as you saw, it cost them dear. So Brian Kidd is one of the headline makers tonight. Let's hear about the others now from Jim Rosenthal.
Brian, we haven't got to go any further than Selhurst Park for our main story. It's supplied by Clive Allen. Allen's definitely arrived in the First Division after his hat-trick in Crystal Palace's 5-2 win over Middlesbrough. Palace were twice behind, Ashcroft and Johnson the Borough scorers, and then Allen equalised for the second time from a penalty, but he told me his third was the best of all. Dipper from the edge of the area. Substitute Tony Seeley and Jerry Francis the other Palace scorers. And the match ball now rests in the Allen household in Hornchurch. Malcolm Allison, the Manchester City manager, had his head in his hands with 5 minutes of the home game against Aston Villa to go. Peter Withe had scored twice for the Villa, his first goals for the club. Then Allison all smiles as Dennis Chewett converted a penalty and Ray Ranson equalised. Jimmy Adamson of Leeds, another relieved manager tonight. Leeds won 3-2 at Norwich. Hart, Graham and Connor the scorers, their first success of the season. Well, Everton's Gordon Lees had his share of abuse from the critical crowd at Goodison Park, where throwing cushions has been the favourite pastime in recent seasons, but a standing ovation for Gordon Lees' team after the goalless draw against Nottingham Forest. Peter Shilton in super form once again. Biggest crowd of the day, that was 41,000 at Roker Park, where Southampton beat Sunderland 2-1. Goals for Chris Nicholl and Charlie George.
And still to come tonight, more action as Leicester City meet Liverpool, and the big match classified with a mention of your league team from this area. That's after this break.
At times like this, wouldn't you love to have soap and water with you?
Pop up a wet one.
Pull out one, up pops another. Instant cleanups anywhere. At a picnic, having fun.
Pop up a wet one.
At home, in the sun.
Pop up a wet one.
Specially moistened cloth, strong enough to clean, yet soft and refreshing.
When you wanna wash and there's nowhere to wash, pop up a wet one.
From Sterling Health.
Oh, put the television on. It's cricket.
When you watch a big Sony colour set, the quality of the picture is astonishingly lifelike.
Oh, there's a horror on the other channel.
You see, Sony's Trinitron tube is unique because we've specially designed it to produce truer, clearer colour, so your favourite programmes are even more enjoyable.
We've seen this one before.
What's on the other side, then?
Sport is more scintillating, horrors more horrifying, westerns more western. Sony Trinitron. The picture's so real, it's just like being there.
Like royal families the world over, the House of Bavaria has seen changing times. They're down to their last half-dozen castle. But not for them guided tours, motor museums, or the lions of Longleat. No, it's beer that helps to swell the royal purse. Brewed here in Coltenburg Castle by Prince Luitpold himself, and he brews the way his ancestors did 400 years ago, using only Bavarian hops and malt.
It's called Royal Kaltenberg, and a princely pint it is, too. Times may have changed, but the royal family's as popular here as it's ever been.
Royal Kaltenberg, brewed by a prince, fit for a king.
I say we gotta stand up to him.
I mean, all it takes is a few strong-willed citizens who are willing
Some
to stand
people
up for what
choose a
they're doing.
cigar to improve their image.
I mean, if I was running...
Others choose a cigar for its smooth, mellow taste.
Send them back to Sicily, where they belong.
Cool, firm, mannequin. They separate the mellow from the boys.
If you've tried working on your car but failed, you'll be glad to know that On the Road is back. It's been the most successful guide to car care and maintenance ever, because it doesn't just tell you how, but actually shows you. Each week there's a section on fault finding. In issue 1, what to do about a smoky exhaust, plus all you need to know about rust proofing. Over the weeks, On the Road builds into a complete guide to car care that'll keep your car where it belongs, on the road.
Welcome back. For our third game tonight, we have Leicester City against Liverpool. Leicester, a young side, average-aged 21, in fact, with 2 defeats from their first 2 games. Against Liverpool, well, we all know about Liverpool. Pictures from ATV. The commentator is Hugh Johns, but first of all, let's check on the Leicester team. Babes in the First Division, really. 6 Scots in the side, though. By far their most experienced player, Mark Wallington, the goalkeeper, who is, in fact, the club captain. As for Liverpool, a change for them in the number 8 shirt, where Sammy Lee comes in for the injured Jimmy Case. Otherwise, it's business as usual. David Fairclough, again, the substitute. And the referee is Brian Stevens from Stonehouse, and now is Hugh Johns.
He gets us away. The all-red outfit of Liverpool attacking the goal to the right. Leicester City wearing white shorts and blue jerseys. Pitch in. Beautiful nick here at Filbert Street. Looking really good for an entertaining afternoon's football. Offside flag. Catching Kenny Dalglish a little too far forward. And now it's Goodwin in. Hanson was there first. Souness. Kennedy, the through ball. Larry May is there for Leicester. And he dawdled about with that. Souness was in on him. Sammy Lee was there. The free kick was given against Souness, though. But that was a wee bit casual of Larry May. Wallington taking the opportunity of taking a feel of the match ball. And here's a newcomer there. Was Billy Gibson, number 3. This is Wilson. Gibson didn't really mean that, but it worked. Smith robbed by Souness. Souness there again. Smith gets back. Now it's McDermott as Dalglish starts a run. Tommy Williams covering. Young. Is it back to Peak? And Melrose gets his first touch of the game, I think. It's a good one, too, to Goodwin. Melrose going again. Finally robbed by Kennedy. It's a foul by Williams, holding Alan Kennedy back. Thompson for Phil Neal. Lee. Neal again. Sammy Lee's got no chance with that. O'Neill. Souness. Raikkonen. McDermott. Got 2 to use out there. One of them's Dave Johnson, who attacks Tommy Williams. Drive to the near post. That wasn't so very far away. I think Wallington had it covered. Took his hands away, rather like a batsman with the ball leaving him. You'll see now that Johnson comes inside, makes the opening for himself, but that shot was always beating the post. Really is quite alarming for a young side like Leicester. But they're not looking overawed. That was Wilson in. Peak back in again. Melrose up. Touchdown, Young. And Melrose. Oh, there was the scoring of a goal there. there was the scoring of a goal for Leicester, then it really should have happened. Young across, Melrose, open goal, and he sticks it wide. Unlucky for some. Soonest then. It's a lazy pass. Peak down to Smith, back to Peak. Wee bit long, the intention was right. Alan Kennedy for Liverpool. To Ray Kennedy, back again to the fullback. McDermott coming away off Wilson, but not too far. McDermott was pushing and shoving. Free kick goes against Liverpool. McDermott, double Footballer of the Year. Players and football writers both voted him top man. Smith getting a touch, Soonest getting the clearance. Johnson aiming for Dalglish. O'Neill will be there first. Lays a good ball off to Williams. Peak. Young made something out of nothing then. Wilson, lovely control. Goodwin. Melrose getting away far post, but it goes to Peak first. Andy Peak. And that's Gibson. Melrose. Gibson following up. Liverpool in a tiny bit of disarray from time to time here. But that ball out from Lee sends Dalglish into the corner. Chased by May. Dalglish looking around for support. Couldn't beat May. Big cheer for the local hero. Oh, crikey, that put Wilson in trouble on the ball from Lee to Souness. Now Dalglish. McDermott to his right and forward. The chip for Kennedy. No, beautifully pushed around by Wallington, and his fingertips were all that prevented a goal then, because Kennedy was on the line behind him, waiting. Glorious chip ball from McDermott, but look now across the goal to where Kennedy was. He was waiting for a gift until Wallington put it over the bar. So Lee with the corner. High hanging ball. Harry May didn't get it clear. McDermott. Gibson down. Neil drives one. A lot of bend and dip and swerve about that one as well. I think Mark Wallington is entitled to be a little bit upset with his defender. Thompson and Young. Drops for Peak. Hit forward for Melrose. Must hit this. And Clement saves at point-blank range. There is no luck. There is no justice. Certainly not as far as Jim Melrose is concerned. He might have had a hat-trick up to this stage of the game. Absolutely point-blank. That was a lovely lifted ball through. Melrose is away from Hansen. And Clements, the ball almost struck at him. Goodwin. Wilson. Ran into trouble there in Neil. Now it's Souness. Dalglish. Kennedy. Johnson calling on the far side for it. Ball delivered back in for McDermott. It was a dodgy moment then for Leicester. Push in the back by Phil Neal. Free kick to Leicester. They're coming down to the areas of half-time. Now about 2 or 3 minutes to go. And Leicester, let's look back and reckon that they've made more chances than Liverpool. But they're still scoreless. Here goes Peak, setting himself for the drive. Oh, what a goal! That is beautiful! Andy Peak, his first ever First Division goal. He'll never score a better one. And he's beaten one of the greatest goalkeepers in the world from what? 30 yards. 1-0 nothing. The first goal of the season for Leicester. And he took it as coolly as any veteran. Makes the angle and says, voila! Look at the bend and curve on that. Clemens had got no chance. What a goal! Thompson, good header. Wilson. Ball back to Neil. Souness. Neil. Ray Kennedy. Souness. Now Alan Kennedy. McDermott hurrying to try and make some space for himself. Immediately closed down by Wilson. It's Goodwin. Touch for Smith. Comes to Melrose. Bobby Smith. Challenge from Hanson. Now Williams. Goodwin. Williams. Wilson. Gibson. Goalkeeper's ball. Nevertheless, the build-up then, the passing movements, were good and positive by Leicester. McDermott. Dalglish, hard-hit pass to Neil. Dalglish trying to find a little space for himself. There he goes. And O'Neill stuck to his job. It was a corner away, but John O'Neill, 7 consecutive caps for Ireland. On that side to stay, certainly in this side, making a big impact. Lee then for Neil. McDermott. Souness. Tries one. Beauty. Well, that was a very, very good effort from Souness. There were 2 men on the line behind Wellington, but he had to make that save. Neither of the defenders would have got there. The accuracy of it. Beautiful stuff. So was Wellington's save. Super sub David Fairclough is coming on for Sammy Lee. And Jim Melrose is coming off to be replaced by Martin Henderson for Leicester. Liverpool played 60 games last season, lost only 10 of them, all 10 away from home. 3 in cup ties and 7 in the first division. Andy Peake, ball into Young for Williams. Young again. Alan Kennedy. Well, Alan Young reckoned that that was an acceptable foul, as it were. Referee Brian Stevens didn't reckon so, so into the book goes Alan Kennedy. Williams with the free kick. And a chance for Smith. Oh, and he wasn't too far away. That was a good try. Clemens went up like a cat and was scrabbling for it. Wasn't too far out. Took it first time as it bounced there. It wasn't too far away. So that's a throw in to Leicester. Young. Oh, nice touch. Wilson. Good ball. On to Young again. And Liverpool having to scurry back. That came off Neil. Goes for the corner. Perhaps should have been a more telling pass. Neil puts it behind for the corner, takes up his post. Guarding Young on the near post. Henderson in there as well. O'Neill ready to come in from the back as Smith takes the corner. Doesn't reach any Leicester player at all. McDermott down for Neil. Alan Kennedy, beg your pardon. May pokes it forward in there again. And once again, Thompson was highest. Hanson. Hanson, those long legs, powering him forward. Lays it off for Fairclough. Early ball in. O'Neill got a boot to it. And that was off Tommy Williams' head. Corner, left side. So once again, the pressure mounts on the Leicester side. guarding a 1-0 advantage. That given to them by Andy Peake. There he is on the near post. That's just about where he put the ball in the net too against Clements. Dalglish to take the corner. And a good positive jump by May. Souness. Dalglish looking for Hansen. And Wilson is there. Oof. Wallington did well against the challenge of Alan Hansen. Big lofty lad. Fine international for Scotland. Several games. One of them, of course, soccer. And there he goes in as Wilson tries to knock this ball back to Wallington. Hansen stayed there all the way and nearly got a toe into it. And there's the goal from Henderson. 2-0. Out of nothing down the park. Quite unbelievable. Liverpool are behind. Well, 35 minutes. Henderson, the substitute, comes on for his first division goal in English League football against the league champions, and now Liverpool are in real trouble.
And they were to the end. It finished 2-0. That's a wonderful victory for the young Leicester City side. And indeed, after the match, the Leicester manager, Jock Wallace, said he was confident that his young team could go all the way and win the First Division Championship. We'll see. Meanwhile, the first editions of the Sunday newspapers have arrived, and Leicester's victory indeed has hit the headlines. In the Sunday Mirror, the Liverpool manager, Bob Paisley, really blasts his team. They were idle, he said. They strolled around. And he said that they didn't have enough punch to make a hole in a wet newspaper. It's not the standard we expect from a Liverpool side, and it's certainly not the standard I expect. The Sunday Express has also praised the young Leicester City side, as you can see with the headline there. And the News of the World tomorrow morning, they've got a word for another youngster, Clive Allen. His hat-trick helps pay off that big fee, they say. But now we move on to the big match classified and the pools check.
Well, with manager Terry Neal away on holiday, Arsenal had a real mauling at Coventry. Arsenal beaten 3-1, Frank Stapleton getting a late goal. At least he started the season really well, scoring in every game. But coach Don Howe stormed angrily out of Highfield Road, refusing to make any comment. I've talked to him this evening. He says Arsenal played badly, but any further explanation would involve criticism of individuals. And Don Howe says that's between me and the players to sort out next week. But while the man Arsenal let go, Clive Allen, was scoring that hat-trick against Middlesbrough, Wayne Faraday, the 17-year-old who replaced him in the Queen's Park Rangers attack, was getting rave reviews from manager Tommy Docherty. Faraday was kept out only by the goalkeeping of Swansea's Di Davis. But after the goalless draw, Rangers manager Tommy Docherty says Faraday has more skill and he's quicker than Allen. John Chidosi is another striker in top form, the Orient winger up to all his tricks in the 1-1 draw with Blackburn Rovers. Stan Bowles headed his first goal for the club, and then he missed a penalty before Mick Spate equalised. The theory that Tottenham's Peter Taylor might come to Orient and Chidosi might leave is still mere speculation this evening. But Orient say Spurs are overpricing Taylor at £400,000. Well, having seen Chelsea's Clive Walker causing the Derby defence all sorts of problems in the week, really doesn't surprise me to hear he scored at Shrewsbury and could have had a few more, but for home goalkeeper Bob Wardle. Mike Fillery, that very talented midfield player, got Chelsea's other goal in the 2-2 draw. Chelsea were twice in front, but they're still without a win. And so are West Ham. Ray Stewart and Pat Holland booked. Goalkeeper Phil Parkes needed strapping on his right leg during the goalless draw at Preston. Dave Swindlehurst, the former Crystal Palace striker, scored the winning goal for Derby at Luton. Luton beaten 2-1 after Brian Steen had given them the lead just before half-time. Keith Osgood, you remember him, once at Tottenham, equalised soon after with a free kick. Watford dominated much of the game at Cambridge, but still lost 3-1. Malcolm Poskett was on target again. That's 4 for him so far. We've already seen how closely referees are watching goalkeepers this season, and Eric Steele will testify to that. Steele penalised for dangerous kicking in the very last minute, and the Cambridge captain Stevie Spriggs scoring from the penalty. Gordon Davis scored twice for Fulham. Tony Marney got the decider, this in a thrilling 4-3 win at Swindon. Black marks, though, for Mike McCarthy, the Barnsley fullback. He was sent off after only 3 minutes of the game at Gillingham. McCarthy elbowed Steve Bruce in the face. The instant was off the ball, but referee Mike Bidney tells me he was just yards away and had no hesitation in producing the red card. I'm glad to say no trouble after that. 1-1 the result, and Peter Henderson got the Gillingham goal. Les Berry was the Charlton scorer early in the 1-1 draw at Plymouth, and Charlton now find themselves in the top 3 with 5 points out of 6. Brentford lost 2-1 at home to Reading, Pat Earls putting Reading in front. Tony Funnell equalised within a minute, all that in the first half. And Terry Dixon winning the game for Reading, and Reading really deserved that one. Millwall were beaten by an injury time penalty at Newport, 2-1 the result. John Mitchell, the Lions scorer. Murray Brodie in his testimonial season got both goals for Aldershot Fist in the 2-0 win over Crewe. Alan Cork's header in the first half won the match for Wimbledon against Port Vale, but the crowd at Plough Lane just 1,775. That's the lowest since the Dons joined the league. Just a note for you Watford supporters, tickets for the League Cup tie against Southampton, they'll be on sale at Vicarage Road tomorrow morning, the time between 10 and 12 o'clock. That's for the home leg. The match at the Dell on Tuesday, not all ticket. And we've got plenty of Football League Cup action coming up in the area next week. At Loftus Road, Queen's Park, Rangers will open their newsstand against Derby County on Tuesday. And finally for you, the pools news. Once again, you won't be making any fortunes this weekend. 13 score draws in all, and these are the numbers. Number 6, 8, 10, 11, 19, 22 and 26. Numbers 27, 28, 30, 37, 46 and 52. And the score draws, 9 of those, numbers 1, 4, 13, 20. These are no score draws, of course, 21, 35, 36, 43 and 49. So it looks as though we're all going to have to go to work next week. Dividends are going to be very low and no claims are required this weekend. Brian.
Well, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed the programme. Certainly there's been plenty of good action for you tonight. But don't forget there's more football on ITV on Wednesday night when we have one of the second round matches of the Football League Cup, and of course news of all the other games being played that night. That's at 10:30 on ITV on Wednesday night. Tonight, though, it's great to report that First Division football is alive and well. 34 goals today. Garth Crook kept up his scoring record for Tottenham. But it was a Scot, Gordon Smith, who stole the points for Brighton and certainly pleased his manager, as we can see right now.